today it is Luke, Tom, Sean, and Sam of Solar Gaming with our guest star,
And
Hayden. Say hello, Hayden.
Hey.
So we all have trigger phrases in the debate, and today's debate is going to be about consoles throughout the years. So Luke's trigger phrase, where he gets kicked from the call, is groaning or general murmuring under his breath. Tom has multiple trigger phrases, such as I don't know, or whatever. And Sean's is referencing TF2. Hayden doesn't really have one.
Any
unless
Valve game. Any Valve game.
Yeah, any Valve game for Sean.
Or Aperture
And
Science.
Sam's is yelling gas-powered stick.
Yeah,
And
that's
mine
easy.
is screaming Sega Spectrum down the mic. That didn't count.
Yeah, Dom's gonna talk about the Sega Spectrum, in case you didn't just realise.
Rumours.
We don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah. So the debate's about consoles. So
Who wants to start?
Well, any
would I
volunteers?
guess?
I'd like to start by saying the Xbox One.
Here we go.
They've somehow made it bigger and uglier than the original, and the original, well, it's hard to be better than the original, but they've given us fucking Kinect 2! Kinect 2 that's somehow bigger, uglier, and
No,
spazzier than the original.
The new Kinect is gonna have like 1080p.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a wider area view thingy.
It's going to be more accurate with the finer movements like fingers, arms, hands, things like
Thank
that.
God for that.
Oh yeah.
Mine
It's your
is-
game's coming out for the Kinect.
Kinect Star Wars 2. Bet you're looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, but the worst thing is it's not backwards compatible.
Yeah, the Xbox does not have... Well, the Xbox One. There's a lot of things wrong with it.
Yeah, the PS4 is neither backwards compatible.
Is it not? But
No.
no one really cares. Well, I don't think they do at least. Whereas you got things like, Halo. What else?
But
I don't know. But the point is, that's a real shame.
It's just awful. What is your opinion on this, Hayden?
Dunno. Some bits are okay and
Right.
some bits aren't.
There are
Yeah.
some good things about it. It's more powerful. The graphics is
The
better.
crappy used game fees. Poor.
Apparently, the
Oh,
flat
yeah,
fee
yeah, you
can
need
be up to £35 as well. Which
also you must be online once every 24 hours for
I don't know
all
how-
sources. The Guardian.
don't know how
I doubt that's gonna be like possible, because what if you
Yeah.
can't afford online unless they make online free?
Yeah, but if you can't afford online, why would you buy an Xbox?
No, it's just like it has to connect to the
So you
internet
can
once
play
every
single
24
player
hours.
games.
Yeah,
but-
but
I don't know what.
to get online, it costs less than to buy an Xbox One, I guess.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
might
but-
want both.
It's not that though. The point is, it's not. You don't have to have live. You just have to connect to the internet in any form once a
Yeah.
day.
I think in like
There's no
this
cost about it.
crappy era of consoles, like PS4, I mean, it looks okay. The graphics are going to be supremo, but the Xbox, I think that's going to be pretty rubbish. So like,
The thing is, it had the potential to be a fantastic console, but
I think in terms of games, we're gonna have another FPS dominated generation, in
Well,
my
definitely.
opinion.
And I think that the PC like hardware and software is just going to outrule
it always
Yeah,
does.
But,
Uh,
but
any console.
with the
But-
with the 360, the Xbox One, I've found, like, I thought that once you have a disc and you play it on an Xbox, then you can't play that disc on any Xboxes. But what you do
You have
is,
to pay £35.
yeah, you install it onto your hard drive. So, and then, if you think about it, you could rent a game from Blockbusters or whoever, and you could install that onto your hard drive for a fee, but it's probably cheaper than buying the actual game because you're renting it. And if you're lucky, if it's like the first time it's been rented, then you get like for a tenner, if it's a really new game, Call of Duty Ghosts perhaps. Or
Yeah, but the
Is
thing
it-
is, the Blockbuster and all the companies that do renting, they're gonna know about this, and they're probably either gonna stop renting completely or find some kind of way to make it so that they because it's not the user that's gonna have to pay the fee to use the disc more than once. It's the company that are selling it, so they're gonna increase the price of games. And I've heard that the fee can be up to £35. I don't know if that's true.
And
that would
this
make it ridiculous.
this whole scenario seems to be a real shame, in my opinion, because there are so many great games coming out this autumn. You've got Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 3,
Well,
GTA
the thing
5.
is, with Assassin's Creed 4, I don't think it's going to be great because I think they've rushed it. It's come out too soon, and come on, they're just going backwards now. I mean, because spoiler alert, Desmond died in the last one. What are they going to do? It's like Mass Effect.
You play as an Abstergo Animus Data analyst, apparently.
Stay on top
I-
of it. Stay on top of it.
Basically, spoiler, basically they've managed to find a way to tie the story in, which I don't think is going to...
Yeah, this isn't about Assassin's Creed.
Okay, back on consoles.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Make another Game Boy. Make another Game Boy. Me and Hayden have been saying this for ages.
The thing is,
It's called
the
a...
DS is basically a Game Boy with a different
Yeah,
name.
because it's got the Game Boy at the bottom, hasn't it?
Not
Although,
even that though, it's
No.
just like
No,
It
the,
uses
only
card-
the DS Lite in the first one.
it's
yeah,
basically-
that's what I mean.
it's the
But I
same.
think they should make a more powerful Game Boy and revert to cartridges, because cartridges, they hardly ever break. I mean, you're not gonna... Because I didn't like...
Yeah,
like-
I see what you did there.
What? I don't... No, anyway. PSPs, like, have little discs, and I remember thinking...
Yeah,
oh,
they're weird.
I was thinking that's really weird. But
No,
I
they-
think cartridges are so good and tough, and I think they should revert back to cartridges for handheld only.
Well,
yeah, but they're not
they're-
that practical anymore.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, they're not easy to, you know.
Yeah, because if
I
we
know,
had
but-
this run on cartridges, it'd still be the same kind of technology
It's all about
that we
space.
had back then, because you couldn't fit that much onto a cartridge, but you could fit more onto something like a mini Blu-ray or something.
Oh, I know, yeah, but whose law is it that every 2 years, the amount of transistors we can fit onto a motherboard or whatever becomes more and more?
I know, but if you can't
It's
have,
not a law; it's a
but if you
theory,
can't have,
and it's not necessarily correct either.
yeah. Well,
but if you can't, if
if
you
it
can't have
does
enough
come-
on the,
Correct, they should go back to cartridges. Because
Well,
I've
you
got a
wouldn't be
couple
able
in
to
front
fit
of
enough
me.
on the
It's
cartridge.
not a motherboard; it's a processor, so cartridges wouldn't have a lot
No, they'd
Well-
just be storage, wouldn't
of
they?
a lot to do with
the
it.
topic of Japanese consoles brings us on to our next point. The Sega Spectrum.
Dun dun dun! Okay,
Don't say that.
can I explain this one?
I think you're the only one who
Yes,
knows
but
about
be
it.
careful.
That's true.
Yeah, because there's rumours, don't pin me down to this, there's rumours that Sega, who made the Sega Dreamcast and all the Sonic games,
They gave us
And-
blood where Nintendo wouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I had a Sega Dreamcast, like my sister passed down to me, and I thought it was really good, but we sold it. So they're making something called the Sega Spectrum, which is basically a Sega Dreamcast 2 with a different name.
It's rumored.
It's rumoured.
Making it.
Don't
But I
stake
think-
them on this.
It's a big risk, I think, because if they make all the Sonic games, yeah, they get a lot of money, but did they really have enough to just in case they fail?
Well,
This
Sega haven't released much for a while, have they?
no.
Not that I can remember, at least.
They released that racing game, didn't they? Sonic All Stars Racing. Was that them? or
I don't-
something like that?
Not really.
Did they get some rights money or something off Battle Royale? Because was Sonic in that? No, Sonic.
No, I don't think he was. What, the
Yeah, the
PlayStation one?
license money in general isn't particularly the
Oh, and
game gets.
speaking of consoles, Nintendo, creators of the NES, the Wii, the Wii U, everything like that, and the N64, which I'm looking at now, are going bankrupt. So they are suing YouTubers for mentioning them.
Really?
So I think that's pretty stupid. So why don't they make another flipping console?
Where did you hear that, Dom?
Because it's been on what is it? The Source, I think it was. I read it. No.
Also, on another note, the Wii U is currently, according to EA, is not powerful to wield Frostbite 3. The engine used to develop develop EA's new cutting-edge Star Wars games. They were expected from BioWare, Visceral, and DICE. Now, we love that. And we're very heavy on PC gaming. Which PC brings us on to
True that.
the NVIDIA, what's it called again?
Shield,
Shield
which I'm
and
very
Steam
excited
Box.
about.
Steambox. Does anyone know about that?
It's just Steam.
Steam Box
Oh,
is
I've got
basically
Steam Box.
Steam
You
on
got
a
one?
console.
Is it even out yet?
No,
it's
no.
not out yet.
Sean's the topic holder of Steambox.
Yes.
Do you wanna-
Yeah,
But be
well,
careful here because he's going to reference Valve. Can't let him do that.
I'm not.
He didn't. Valve did make it, to be fair.
Yeah, it is a good point.
Kind of-
Honestly.
There'll be an
Fuck, fuck it,
exception,
player.
Sean. Now,
Oh,
hurry
okay.
up.
Okay, well, the Steam box is pretty much just like a bit of a computer, really, but tied in with Steam and a big picture. If anyone knows about that.
Does it use
And
a
its
Steam-
main purpose is for residential and LAN party computer gaming on like large high definition screens. So like you've got your 40-inch TV. So I'll fly on that. It'll launch with a version of Linux. So it'll launch with a small library of games because Steam doesn't have that many games on Linux, but it has some good games. But yeah. There's meant to be 3 Steam boxes actually,
Really?
where they're referred to as good, better, and best. Good would be like a low cost one. Better would be like,
Medium
You can-
range.
Video.
computers now, like i5 processor, that sort of stuff. And then there'd be like best, which would be quite a high-end PC, which is like they're trying to put everything into it they can, so it's really good. It's gonna have a sort of funny shape, like it'll be a square, but there'll be little curves inside each side. Yeah, it's got a funny shape.
Because you see, like all these guys, like Luke, Tom, Sean, and Sam, are all about modern PC games, which my computer can't run. Then me and Hayden, we like old school Game Boy, Game Boy Advance SP, N64, PS2, PS1, stuff like that.
Just going back to the Steam box for a second. Sean, did you say it was running Linux?
Yeah, but it does say here that you could probably install Windows on the box.
Yeah, but would you want
I
to...
reckon
Is it like
Valve.
a custom Linux version? Like,
I don't know. All it says here is Linux. So
Valve
it would
could
make
a-
more sense to use a Windows-based OS, or even make their own, because they don't have a great deal of things on.
Valve
Linux
could make
today.
a real profit with the Steam box, but if it's anything like Steam, the community could become more immersed. It might even be more powerful. And as for the NVIDIA Shield, from what
Yeah,
it merely sounds like with NVIDIA in its name, sounds like an Xbox One with half a ton of crap rammed up its ass.
You haven't seen it, have you?
I don't know, it just sounds it. I've already elaborated.
The Nvidia Shield, I've read up a lot on it, and I've seen a lot of reviews. It's going to come, like, you can pay extra for this, but it's, like, quite a tough case. And then you open that up, and the Nvidia Shield's inside. It's a handheld, and you flip up the screen, which covers the controls, and the screen is touch screen. It's compatible with the Android market, and if you have Steam and a Steam account and, like, Steam games, you can link it to your account and play them on the Nvidia Shield. And also it has interchangeable like colours on the front of the screen. They just slip off and then you pop another one on and it looks really cool actually. But I'm still more excited about the fabled, maybe true, Sega Spectrum.
Can I just say, how would they do the Steam thing? Because if you think about it, it's a handheld console. It's going to be a limit, definitely, to what it's going to be able to do. So how... I mean, it can't be all Steam games, surely, unless they make... I don't know.
No, I don't know about Steam games, but I saw on the review one of the guys playing Skyrim on it,
Really?
and it was pretty good
joking, right?
graphics.
You have to be joking.
No, I'm not.
Wow.
Well, on another topic, I know this isn't particularly console related, but the new Razer laptop, it's hair thin. It's probably the best, most powerful laptop you can get on the market.
It's not really a console.
It's not a console.
Sorry,
but
sorry.
Onto the topic of PCs versus consoles.
Well, it kind of is. It's more of a console than a Razer laptop.
On PCs
So,
versus
Sam.
consoles.
Sam, do you think that the Nvidia Shield is going to do better than the Xbox One if it gets enough
Perhaps,
publicity?
but
It's
the
not well
Xbox
known.
One has 8 gig of
It's
RAM.
not well known. Yeah, and that's the same.
Yeah,
point
it has
as
8 gig
mine.
of RAM.
I've got 6.
Half decent.
I have 6.
I was really
I have
surprised.
6.
I have 4.
You had to.
Like someone
I
just
have
comes in saying,
integrated graphics and I'm
512.
surprised I can still run.
512 gig of RAM. So,
No, Meg.
Jordan!
oh,
You had to do that.
Anyway,
But yeah.
Whoa,
And I've just
that-
noticed I've got a few Game Boy carts in front of me, and I'm looking at my Pokemon Blue, and it says made in Japan, and under that it says patent pending. It's really weird.
did you get
Patent.
like, is it like an earlier version, possibly? Before?
Yeah, it looks it. Because did you know that Nintendo originally had the idea for Pokemon, but they were not supported by it at all? So what they did, they made a little tile flipping game about Mario. It was Mario related. And they made a tile flipping game, and they got enough money off that to make Pokemon. And everyone, like, you know, looked down on them for it, saying, you know, you shouldn't have done this, you're not going to do well. And everyone loved it, and X and Y is coming out in October, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pokemon has always been brilliant. I mean, I want to catch every single Pokemon, apart from Jigglypuff fucker.
I lost interest at Soul Silver, really.
What's wrong with you?
Jigglypuff.
I know.
What?
But,
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Off topic, guys. Come on.
Well, I guess.
okay.
Also, with the current Steam PCs, you can actually connect an Xbox controller
You can do that with
for
any
some
PC.
games, which I find
but-
quite cool.
No, that's a feature of games, not Steam itself.
Well, technically, well,
Yeah, Steam might.
if you had the right software, you could set up macros so that the buttons on the controller do the
Very
like,
true.
buttons on the
Very,
keyboard
very true.
and mouse.
And with the sad death of the creator of the Oculus Rift.
creator. So-
Okay,
Well,
guys,
developer.
so for, like, we're
I
going to
guess
wrap it up
that's
soon.
really all we have to say.
So, everyone do a
Yeah.
final statement of this video, and then we'll give out the award for the worst console that, in our opinion.
Yeah.
So,
Did we find one?
so Luke, your final statement?
I don't really have one, to be honest.
Well,
You know, I'm
Fine, about the Steam box.
not looking forward to the Xbox One. Could have been good, but it
well,
isn't.
it's not
So
been released yet.
Okay, Tom, what's
Well.
your statement?
Oh no.
oh wow.
Oh!
What was
that
the
a
trigger phrase?
Hey Tom. Bye.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright, so Sean, what's your final statement tonight?
Well, having a look at Steambox, I think it's quite a clever idea how they're going to have 3 different ones depending on your wealth, what you want. So I think it's quite clever what they've done there, having 3 different versions.
I thought this
Okay,
was
and-
for the worst console.
no, this is final statements.
Uh,
And the worst.
Alright, Hayden, what's your final statement?
nothing really.
Oh well, you've been a real help.
Right,
for this.
about classic games and what they should do about it. Do you think Hayden's just been sitting there staring at his wall? Not even listening. Alright, about classic games then, what do you think I should do?
Me.
Well, if they did
Yes.
something, it wouldn't be classic anymore.
Well, I don't know. Like make
That's a
remakes
fair
of
point.
them and
Make-
like, add more stuff to them. Just
Okay,
another
and
thing.
Sam, what's your final statement
I
of
don't
the
know.
night?
The Xbox could be good. I mean, some of the features are good, but then they've just let it down with like some other.
It has a lot of
Yeah.
gimmicks, really. I think it's basically a moneymaker for Microsoft.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
so is PS4.
Well,
Okay, and my final statement of the night is Nintendo, if you want to make more money, really, it's surprising how many people have retro consoles. Release a game for the Wii U and like something cartridge based, like the N64 or something like that.
See,
Make money or
The
make.
thing is, no one is going to buy that. One, because, well, they won't even be able to do it due to technology limitations of nowadays. That no one will use the language that it's written in, things like that. You can't make a game for the N64.
Where's console?
Oh, okay. Make
Never mind.
games, consoles, and make money.
Okay.
And award the
Okay.
worst console, like handheld PC console, ever is the PS Vita. My God, what a! I mean, Jesus Christ! Go download
I've got
PS
PS Vita. I've got PS Vita.
Kick him.
Someone's connection's going, but anyway.
Yeah, I think it's Dom's.
We're gonna have to say
It's just
goodbye.
the end
I
anyway.
think.
What
No.
about the
Alright.
console?
That has been debating time.
What we're gonna do
Wait,
next
what-
time?
Next time we're gonna do game series.
Wait, what's console?
PS Vita, the one that you have.
Yes.
PS because it's also badly outside Japan.
I never saw the problem with it, but you know.
Anyway.
It's
Anyway.
like,
It has
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
potential to
yeah,
be a good
got
thing.
you.
it's got a really pricey